Hi everyone, it's Angela from Cloudfetti, and today I'm sharing how to make a Christmas gingerbread house out of polymer clay. So to start out, I have a large ball of white glitter clay, and I'm rolling that out between two stacks of 2 popsicle sticks. If you don't have this, you could add some glitter into some white clay. I then have a large square cookie cutter here. And I'm cutting out a piece and peeling away the excess and removing it off my work surface. And then I'm just going to set that aside. I then have a large ball of brown clay and I'm turning it into a cube. So with my pointer finger and thumb on one hand, I'm pressing the top and bottom, and with the other 2 fingers on the other hand, I'm pressing the front and back. And then I'm just rotating it 90 degrees crosswise and repeating on all sides. And now to make everything more flat, I'm just gently rolling and pressing the clay onto my work surface, just doing this on all sides until I have a smooth cube. Next up, to make it a house shape, I'm cutting the top edges off the cube diagonally. And then just dabbing a toothbrush all over the side surfaces to add some texture. I've then gone ahead and rolled another large ball of white glitter clay in between 2 stacks of 2 popsicle sticks, and I'm placing the house in the center and cutting off the excess around it, just making it flush on the front and back, but then leaving a little bit on the left and right sides. And sliding my blade under it to remove it from my work surface. And now just placing it on top of the house and bending the 2 sides down so that it makes a roof. I've then gone ahead and rolled a small ball of pink clay between a couple of popsicle sticks. And I have a small kind of rounded oval cookie cutter here. And I'm cutting out a piece. And then just using a blade to trim the edges thinner. And cutting it in half. And placing on a small ball of white clay for the doorknob. Then I'm just taking the whole thing and placing it on the house. Next, I've gone ahead and rolled a small ball of white clay into a snake. And I'm placing it around the door. So next, instead of windows, I have 2 slices of a white heart cane. I'm then brushing on some bacon bond onto them. And sticking them on both sides of the house. So now it's time to add the face. So I'm using a dotting tool to poke holes for the eyes to go. and adding in small balls of dark brown. And a tiny U shape for the mouth. Then for the cheeks, I'm pressing on some tiny balls of light pink. And now to decorate the house, on the roof I'm poking 3 rows of holes all over the top, just with a dotting tool. I've then gone ahead and rolled a bunch of pastel pink and mint balls, but you could use any colours that you'd like. And I'm just placing them into each of the holes in alternate order. So just putting mint, and pink until the whole thing is covered. Then to secure the house down, I'm brushing on some bacon bond onto the bottom of it. And placing it into the center of the large square that I cut out earlier. And then I'm just going to set that aside for now. So now I have 2 equal sized balls of pink and white, and I'm rolling each one into a thin snake, then twisting the 2 together. And rolling it into a snake to smooth out the pattern. And I've then gone ahead and cut off a piece, and then just placing it vertically and bending the top into a cane, and then repeating to make a second cane. And now that those are made, I'm fully baking them and the entire house using my package's instructions. And then when that's cooled down completely, I'm rolling a small ball of white glitter clay into a snake and cutting it in half. And then wrapping each one around the base of a candy cane. And then just squeezing on a tiny amount of bacon bond onto the bottom of them. Then I'm placing one onto each side of the house onto the white square. And then I'm just using a blending tool to press little indents into the white snakes, just trying to make it look like the candy cane is being pushed into the snow. And then lastly, I'm baking everything for a second time. And that's all for this tutorial. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!